Head injuries can cause bleeding on the brain. Trainee lifeguard Tommy is unsure how to respond. The latest trainee to learn the ropes at Bondi is 21-year-old Tommy.
Coming into my first season, I was most nervous about those medical incidents that you don't train for, that aren't in the textbook. We had a phone call from the boat ramp and saying the kid slipped over, hit his head, pretty much mashed his head up, and he's had a seizure.
A little kid, like how old? Teenager?
Teenager.
Yeah.
Senior lifeguards are at the change rooms. Tommy is unsure about what to do next.
So I just had to pause and think of how I was going to deliver it on the radio and let the boys know it was serious, but not cause any mass panic or anything.
Bondi Central, 2 lifeguards across the road. We just had a kid take a heavy head knock on Ben Buckler. So if we could get you guys back here, that'd be good, thank you. Yeah, mate, just on our way.
Me, Jake, you go.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, he doesn't look good.
The young man is not epileptic. Seizures caused by head injury require massive force. The boat ramp is situated at North Bondi. Jake and Tommy traverse the rocks. On arrival, they discover 15-year-old Dom severely concussed.
You could just tell in the eyes he was out of it. He had the eyes where he was looking straight through you, and you'd say something and he was delayed response.
Can you tell me what day it is, Dom? After him not being able to tell me the day, that sort of escalates it a little bit more. You know, you're looking at, you know, potential brain injuries, you know, could be internal bleeding.
He needed an ambo. He'd had a good head knock.
As an ambulance is called, Lisa, a woman at the scene, reveals what happened.
I looked down and he was fitting, so I just ran down and just lifted his head up, and I could see there was like blood everywhere. But then he was starting to turn blue because his mouth was full of foam.
Head injuries can cause bleeding on the brain. Trainee lifeguard Tommy is unsure how to respond.
Being a trainee, it's pretty hard on the boys. You know, they try to put on a brave face a lot of the time. You know, deep down inside, you know, obviously, you know, they're pretty nervous and obviously shit themselves.
Do you feel dizzy or nauseous or anything like that? Are you all right now? Because he'd had such a big hit to his head, he was very out of it. I don't even think he knew that he'd fallen over. So it's hard to get information out of someone like that.
Some trainees, it's really hard and really difficult to know how they're going to handle the pressure. You know, some guys go quiet. Everyone handles things differently.
The public up here have already called an ambo. We've just taken him up the back in the car park on Ben Buckler, and there's significant head cut and he's had a seizure, so we're just going to wait for the ambos up here with him.
Just those things that aren't standard and you haven't trained for, they're the ones that you get most nervous about.
Here we go. The professionals are here, mate.
It's in the business. What's happened today, mate? I don't know. Not sure?
Biggest comfort for him probably was this, you know, young lady.
My mum's like a really severe epileptic, so I like grew up with people who were with her fitting all the time, so I kind of, knew what to do.
It's unclear if Lisa knows Dom already.
He seemed pretty content. You know, he's getting a lot of attention from, you know, the Good Samaritan that was helping him the whole time, you know. Lovely young lady sort of bear hugging him and sort of making sure he was okay, and I think that sort of eased it a bit.
Dom is transported to hospital for a brain scan.